That's how I get ready.
It's my deep breathing exercise. It's how I get ready.
That's how I get ready for work. People in the parking lot don't like me.
You know how I get ready for work?
Huh.
Ba-da-da way.
Get in a ba-da-da wake.
What's up, everybody? Hi.
I thought you were going to be like,
you know what I
stop crying
noticed?
long enough to log into my computer.
You know what I noticed, Mike?
What?
When we do best of the week, we both go ba-da-da-da, and we both go every single time.
We give them something, and we just like,
ease on that.
we're here.
Hi, everybody. I'm Nick.
You can't always be like that.
I am.
It's too much. I'm Mike.
We're the brothers Murph, and this is our best week where we talk about our favorite thing in gaming this week.
Which is the chill slide. That's my favorite thing.
Indeed.
My best of the week is Deception Murder in Hong Kong.
Wow.
Yeah, this is a really fun game.
It is.
That many people know and love, and it's a game that weirdly we just haven't played yet.
They hadn't had the opportunity. It's not because we didn't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like, it's a social deduction game, so you need to have kind of a group of people, but like there's many people that we know that love that game, and we've been in group scenarios, and it just hasn't come up.
Yeah.
And we were at a game day the other day, and it got busted out. We played with 9 people. So there was the moderator, then 8 folks, the lead investigator,
The forensic
scientist
expert,
like that,
which is a hard role to
it's
play.
a social deduction game that it uses like a crime scene and clues to try to clue into, like, you ultimately want to get a murder weapon and a bit of key evidence.
Yeah.
Not a murder weapon, but the means of death, essentially. So, because it can be out there.
Someone's like unarmed.
And then a piece of key evidence that's going to belong to someone in front of them. We all have like 4 means cards and 4 evidence cards in front of us. So we have to know who did the killing, but we need to know specifically with what and what evidence is left behind. That's how you win as a group. So as a group, we're talking about who we think it might be and what pieces of evidence. And it's based on these clues that the forensics expert, the leader, gives. But they're these weird tiles which just say like the condition of the body, and it's like intact, incomplete, all jacked up, just different things.
all messed up.
Soup's weird, just messed up. All these different things, and then like the location that the crime happened. But like all the investigators are going to get is like, oh, it was a trophy, and the bit of key evidence was a grapefruit. And so he's like, and you get this tile, you have to put a location. He's like, hotel? Those don't make sense.
It's really hard. I was the investigator for one of the 2 games we played. That's
a tough job.
Hard. I mean, it was so, because the murderer gets to choose which weapon they used and then what piece of key evidence. They automatically,
in front of them.
They're going to choose the hardest ones because they don't want to be found out.
Yeah, and there's a ton of cards.
The ones that I got was machine was the murder weapon. Just machine, not a specific machine.
Yeah, just machine.
Just machine, and then safety pin. And I'm just like, and then all the clues I was able to give did not point to that. And it's just like, it's so hard being the lead investigator. But it's super fun, though.
Yeah. And so there's a murderer and an accomplice, and so you're just trying to kind of like muddy up the water, which is not hard to do, because you're like, hey, that person has a thing over there, that's a paper shredder. And like that maybe like shredded the hands, and so all of a sudden now we're thinking about this person. There's a witness who knows who the murderer and accomplice are. They don't know which one's which, but they know like these 2 people shouldn't be trusted, but the witness does not know any more information than that. So they're still also trying to figure out like the information. They're like, I know it's these 2, but these things in front of them still don't make sense.
Yeah.
It's crazy hard, but really fun. I really liked it
Really
for a
rough.
social deduction game.
Super fun. Yeah, I was.
Everyone felt it. I felt like you were always involved.
You were always involved in I don't like most social deduction games. They're not my cup of tea. I just don't really enjoy them. But the only ones I do like, the reason I don't like most of them is because a lot of them, if you're like the werewolf or you're like the traitor, a lot of them you have to overcome suspicion through like charisma or like convincing people it's not you or trying to accuse other people. But you're essentially just doing it off of you. And I don't like that as much because it stresses me out. I think it's really hard. It's hard, especially if you're like socially awkward and stuff like that. Like a lot of people don't like that. Whereas this one, everyone has cards in front of them, so you can, if you're the murderer and like I put like state of the body bits and pieces, and someone else has a chainsaw, which was the situation. You could be like, hey man, like they have chainsaw. That's da. And so you have something to point to, and it's easy to not draw attention to yourself.
Yeah, because if like someone says that, my first thought isn't be like, That's what the murderer would say. I'm just like, yeah, a chainsaw is a super devastating weapon. Like,
exactly.
That makes sense.
And it's really fun. That's why I like Werewords is like my favorite social deduction game.
Everyone's involved. Everyone's
Exactly.
trying to just achieve a goal.
Yeah, so I really liked it as well. It was not my best of the week, but I did really like it. My best of the week was Seventh Continent. We went back to the continent. We started a new curse, and I love that game.
It's just so fun.
It's just every time we play it, we don't play it that often because it's just anytime we play it, we're usually playing for like 2 or 3 hours. And once we finish a curse, we're usually like, okay, we're gonna put it away for a few months because we just can't do it anymore.
And we did not succeed, but I think we have a good plan.
I think
for
we're on the right
next
track.
attempt.
I think we're on the right track, and it's just such an experiment, and it's probably, in my opinion, the most impressive game I've ever seen. Just in terms of design and like how I can't imagine having to design that thing.
I know.
I love that game. It's one of my favorite games, and we got to play it again.
Yeah.
And we went back to the continent, first time on the new table, which is big, which is nice because we can really spread out the continent, which is great. It was just so much fun. It was great. It was great. It was great. I loved it.
It was awesome. Yeah.
Not much more to say. Just so much fun.
It's just really fun. We don't want to say much more because we don't want to spoil anything, but it's a really fun. Every time I feel like every night we play, it's an experience.
Yeah.
And like that's really cool.
Yeah.
To get out of a game. So Seventh Continent's a gift that keeps on giving. Yeah, it's every 4 or 5 months we come back and it's just like this amazing thing, then we'll put it away, then we'll come back. So it's like we just have years ahead of us still.
I know, because there's like I think there's like 5 or 6 curses we haven't done, and we have the expansion coming at some point, probably the next year.
So it's like we're gonna be good for a while.
Yeah, because we don't play that often. So I'm like, oh yeah, this game is I love Seventh Continent.
Anyway, that was our week. Let us know what games you played this week, anything you've enjoyed. If you enjoy the games that we mentioned, make sure that you check out our Kickstarter roundup that's going on today. It's going to be live on Twitch at 5 p.m. West Coast time. So if you want to see all the hotness that's going on in Kickstarter, give your opinions on the games out there. We'll be there live just talking about what we see.
Yeah.
And you can help point us in the direction of certain games that people should know about.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And be here on Monday where we have a big special announcement, which we're pretty excited about.
Come on down.
Oh, damn. And hi, everybody. That was our week.
What a week.
Woo!
Dang.
These end bumpers are always exactly the same. We're always sponsored by Restoration Games, and we always have funny little videos over here that you can check out that relate to this video. But you know why it's really always the same? Because we live in LA, and it never changes here. It's 85 and sunny every day, including right now. You know it. Check the weather. Middle of the night, don't care. 85!